Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What's up, guys? Masta Styles here, back with another divine blessing video. And today we're going to be talking about the 3 wishlist heroes. Who should you pick up? Who's not even worth summoning for? And of course, when you do the wish list, you have a choice, but again, it comes down to luck. Obviously, every 60 pull, you're guaranteed one of the selected Triple S heroes. If you pull one of the selected hero on the way up to 60, the pity resets. So if you were to focus on Luke, then you pull Jaina and you pull Lemma, you will still get Luke at 60. But if you pull Luke along the way, it resets back down to 0. So that's kind of how the wishlist banner works. If you're a veteran player, if you're new to the game, that's how it works, right? So how Divine Blessing works is we go over each hero, we talk about their gears. I'll pretty much talk about where you can get them too, right? Because that would also help out. So first we'll start out with Jaina, of course. Jaina right now, all right, that's coming back, great. Jaina right now, for me personally, I don't really use her. I have her at Immortal 5. She does great damage still, even though she's, removed from the team because of spacing. If they had 6 people in PvE, then she would definitely be on the team. Her damage is still great. She does good things. Obviously, the one thing that I wish Luke would have, she has it. She has the ability to dispel all immunity effects from targets, right? That's what Luke needed in his awakening, because as I've been using him more since yesterday, obviously you see I've made a video about Luke. I've been using him more, and I feel like if he had that would have bring a lot more value to him, because he does do a lot of AoEs, and we'll talk about his gears in a second and all of that. But Jaina still do big damage, even in newer accounts. She's still gonna be helpful there. Biggest problem with Jaina is her squishiness, right? She is very squishy. She's more like a glass cannon. You want to get her to EX30, right? So you gain that additional energy regen for her personally, not for everybody else, just her. And of course, how you want to build her, you want to run Surge. You can run either Overlord or Sun Signet, depending on your substats. Obviously, you want to get as close as you can to 100% crit rate. For me, my Jaina here, I don't really use her, so these gears are not really to my liking, but this was based on what I was using when I was using her. But again, you want attack on the boots, crit rate on the gloves, accuracy on the helm. The reason for the accuracy is because once her accuracy hit that 200 threshold, she'll do more damage from her ultimate. So make sure you have that accuracy there. And over here too, you need that 200 accuracy. So the minimum for her is 200. Obviously, you can gain some additional accuracy if you have your guild technology maxed out there, or you can run a gem prototype that puts accuracy. Don't really recommend that. I would rather you build out your guild technology and put some either HP to protect her, because she needs that additional HP to help out with her survivability. So where you can acquire Jaina right now outside of the summoning is pretty much by purchasing the pass for Hell Arena, which is, it's kind of annoying that that's the only way you can acquire her. And let's go into here, go into the pass here, and you'll see she's in here. This is the only way outside of summoning for her now that you'll be able to acquire her. She used to be in Astral Mirror, but she's no longer there. She needs an awakening, and now that they awaken Luke, chances are she may get the super breakthrough. But again, Jaina does great damage still. Either way, she's gonna slap. So let's actually take her into battle real quick and see what she does. I haven't really used her in a long time because I've been using Ravenna, you know. So let's actually go over here because I need to do it anyways. I have a couple attacks here, and I was playing around with this team here to see what works. We'll get to this in a little bit, but we'll put Jaina in here. We'll take out Rez and put Jaina in just to see. I don't want Luke in there because I'm going to talk about him later. And put Jaina in and put in, who else? Ooh, we'll run Take up front. Take, right? Yeah, we'll run Take up front. But again, the thing about Jaina is that, you know, I already said that squishiness, and of course, the damage is still good, even though she's one of the older heroes. And of course, the ultimate is great because you can control it. It's best to control her, well, manual her, because then you'll hit everything else. But Ravenna right now, she just slaps through a lot. Of course, PvE, PvP, she's great there. But Jaina, decent amount of damage, and like I said, I really don't use her that much because of spacing. And for me, you know, her gears would have been better if I was using it a lot more. Of course, I would have tempered out everything, but for me, it's just running her here. Actually, let's just put her on auto and see what she do. But again, big damage. See, she's not keeping up with Ravenna, but again, she would still be good on an energy team if they had awakened her and then the new hero was Terran, right? The new hero that could sit up front. But again, they went with Luke because I think you guys were complaining about wanting Luke back. I don't know. I didn't want him back. I would have rather gotten Jaina awakening, to be honest, right? But that's just my personal opinion. And as you can see, she's out DPS in Skino. Skino is only Immortal 2, but at the same time, Jaina's does big damage, right? But that is that there. We'll just skip over that. It is what it is. We'll come back to this in a second because we're going to talk about Luke. Only did 28 billion damage. How much damage she ended up doing? She did 12. And of course, you know, placement and all of that stuff. But Jaina's still good. You know, I personally just don't have space for her on the team. In PvP, I don't really use her because the squishiness, right? And again, if you can get a copy, you're a newer player, get a copy. I don't see why not, you know? Eventually, they'll do something with her. Super Breakthrough could be an option for her because I could just see her coming out, shooting off her ultimate there, clearing off shields and removing invincibility. That would be nuts, right? That would be crazy. But again, for me, Jaina, still like her there. Big damage, still good. Even after all this time, because most heroes, they get power crept in this game. But that's that for Jaina. We're going to move on to the actual other hero, which is Elema, right? Elema's the other hero. And if you don't know about Elema, and she's a hunter. When Elema came out, right? When she was released, Elema was slapping. What? She was running through content. Boy, she was doing big things. And then they did a gutted. That's just the best way to put it, right? They gutted her. They give you back everything except for the money you put in there. But we're going to talk about that. And all your resources that you put into her was given back to you. Again, it was always, I made a video about should you bring her back to Immortal. Again, with her, she's one of the better hunters, to be honest. She does big damage. She does what she's supposed to, right? She was just ripping through content. They decided that I needed to do this anyways. Definitely not 16-4. Why don't it just default to 4? I do 4 every day. I wish it would just default to 4. But anyways, right? She came through. She was just tearing through everything, right? They nerfed her into the ground. But again, she still does good damage. Like, look at that. She's just ripping through everything, just tearing through all that. But again, this here is not really a challenge. It's more of a joke now. Remember when this used to be tough, and she's just going to easily beat it. But again, Elema still one of the better hunters, right? If you build out hunters, you invest in them, they are worth it for PvP, right? But it takes so much to invest in them, especially if you have Artemis Awaken and all that fun stuff. She's gonna be great. But going back to Alema here, let's take a look at our gears, right? And for me, I'm not really a fan of hunters. I've said it before. Hunters, vanguards, don't really care for them. But again, when she was slapping, I was like, okay, she could be added on to a lot of teams, and it's just now not the same. She don't hit as hard as she used to. But we'll talk about Garen. For her, because again, this was based on when she was actually doing big damage, right? I still ran crit rate here, attack speed. I was gonna say attack there, but attack speed. She need that additional attack speed. You need to get her to 500 attack speed to gain the additional. What is it? Arrow. It's been a while since I used her. Additional arrow. Don't quote me on that. It has something to do with her ultimate. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been a while, right? Oh yeah, double attack speed when she casts her ultimate. Okay, just get her to 500. It says it right here. It says when the initial attack speed reaches 500, each basic attack in the godlike state fires 2 arrows. There it is. So you fire 2 arrows instead of 1. So get her to 500. Obviously, if you're running with Ryzeris, all you really need is to get her to 300. But again, like I said, the way that I had built her was for her to be off of the hunter team, and having her at 500, she would already shoot those 2 arrows, right? But again, Elema's still good. Not as great as she used to be, but in Hunter Farm content, she still slaps, right? And of course, like I always said, right? I know that when it comes to, let's go over it. Can we access it now? Yes, please. The energy team, I've had the question asked, what other teams can beat this energy team? Deji with the summoners can beat this energy team. Also, energy itself can beat this energy team. And hunters, they do well against the energy team over here, right? But again, having Elema with Emma and Rise, and of course, you know, the SB hero and Vaz, they work well together. But again, it's gonna take some investment because you need to get Ryzeris up to at least Awaken 8 around there, and if it's PvP 9 and 10, she's gonna do better there. Emma 7 and 8, same thing. And with Artemis, you need at least Awaken 3 or 5, right? Or maxed out in terms of evolution to even get this team rolling. And then you need to get your Miranda to Awaken 7. Like, obviously you may have your Miranda already at Awaken 7, but it takes a lot to build out the Hunter team. Again, I have them where I have them because of the fact that I'm a content creator. So I ended up building them out anyways. I didn't. Would I do it? Not really, no. But to go back to Elema here, I think that she's still good, but not as great as she used to. If you were around when she was great, whew, man, I just wish they would have just either, you know, toned down the damage a little bit, not to an extreme of giving you everything back. And I feel like that left a bad stain on a lot of people, so they didn't end up investing in her anymore. They just took their gene hybrids and moved on to something else. I don't need that. But again, for Lemma, if you're looking for a hunter to run through Hunter Farm content, she'll end up helping you in any situation where you're gonna use hunters, pretty much. But again, you don't really use hunters outside of Hunter Farm content unless you have them built out and then you use them in PvP, right? Other than that, you're not really using them. And I don't even run them in PvP, to be honest. I just don't. So now, right, let's go back to our boy here, right? Because again, I wanted to give him a chance, right? I wanted to see what he can do. We'll run through this here, and then we'll get right here. We'll get rid of these summoners. They do too much. Their back is hurting, right? Let's actually switch them out. I have energy over here. I need to move energy in to the other spot here, right? And actually, let's go back. Give me a second here. So there it is. Made the adjustments. We got tanks up front. Summoners should run through these summoners very easily. Then we have energy. We're gonna talk about our boy Luke, of course. With Luke, I was playing around to see what is what. I will take it in PvP in a second, but trying to get him to crit, I don't see it happening, right? So even these gears here, I'm gonna end up either having to move them to somebody else, because I also want to try out Surge, and I just don't have the time to go through and remove gears from another hero that has Surge and then putting it on to see if it works better. Again, my thought process was getting him to Awaken 7 and knock back, so it happened. Ravenna would knock them back. They're kept away because of Skino. He's doing more damage because of the burst. But I feel like if he's going to sit up front, Surge would make more sense. So here, I have crit rate, but I think attack may be better here. Because again, I've looked at all his skills and I haven't seen no crit. So he's doing nothing but true damage. So you might as well just gain that additional attack here, the additional 50%, right? And of course, attack on the helm, attack on the boots. That's kind of how it goes, right? For his crit rate, let's see where he is. He's up front. He's sitting up front, so he has 99% crit rate. Don't really need it, but that's what he has, right? Again, that's that. Obviously, we can put some bug gear on him, but I'm not doing all of that right now. We're just going to see if they can even get close to even do anything, right? So give me a second here, and I'll see you in a second. All right, here we go. Let's see how they do. Jaina's in here, of course, because I like using Jaina here. This is one of the places I actually use her. And of course, you're going to run Ravenna, Skino. You know, the typical energy team with Miranda. Karen's also another option if you have her. But I just like the protection from Miranda, because sometimes it may not take out the spiders fast enough, and it ends up being that they blow up. And if they blow up, we have the additional protection from Miranda. One thing I'm thinking is that with Luke, right? So, you know, the problem that you tend to run into with the spider boss in whatchamacallit, in Twilight Lands, that those spiderlings, their HP or their defense is extremely high. Maybe he could help there, maybe, right? That could be a possibility. And of course, you know, they're doing decent here, because before they were struggling, I'm not gonna lie. Luke's damage is right underneath Skino's, but again, what was he doing before, right? But still, like I said, I feel like getting rid of that crit rate glove and putting an attack glove there could potentially help out a lot more than running the crit rate. It just sounds like it makes sense. I just wanted to see, because, you know, they remove that talent from his ultimate there. You know, that talent no longer affects his ultimate because it's a new ultimate. Well, here he's catching up, right? Seems like he's doing a lot more. He's very closer to Skino, which isn't bad. I think Awaken 7 should be interesting, and this is what I don't like. You see this? This is the one thing I don't like, and they're not going to beat it anyways, is that they do that. Why are they all the way up there now? Makes no sense, right? That this is something that they never fix with this. The energy heroes shouldn't be up there. What are they doing up there? Yeah, so they're not going to beat it. They're already past that threshold. But again, let's just look at the damage. For the sake of the video, Luke's damage is at the bottom there, right? It is what it is. I don't necessarily need to beat this, but they struggle to beat their own content, right? It's not just him. It's the energy heroes. Again, I have them built out. We'll show you the prototypes, all that fun stuff. See, our prototype is there. It's not like it's not that great, right? It's there. It's just that with them, their problem is their damage output, right? They're the big damage dealers, but yet for some reason they struggle at that. other thing that I seen here was this. Let's put him in here and see how he does here, because this is primarily the boss we're gonna face in 17-10, right? So let's actually go with this. Take out. We'll put in Barag. We'll put him in everything. We'll put Luke up front. Maybe he's too close, right? Let's try this and keep it that way. Well, hopefully he can survive up there. Hopefully, right? Yeah, Ravenna's gonna be doing a crazy amount of damage, but let's see how this works, how he does here. That initial damage is great out the gate, but then after that, you're just gonna get pushed back. And I wish they would have opened up his attack more, make it more wider, right? So it covers more space. That would have been another awesome option, right? But here, man, energy. It's just interesting. Summoners, they do way more damage, of course, because they have SP Hero and Sif and Apu. A lot more Awakened Heroes, so they're gonna do more damage. But here, I think this is the content that he'll do better in. Obviously, you don't have res attached to him as a battery, but still, I still wanted something else from that ultimate. Just doesn't do enough for me, right? But it seems like he can keep up with Skino. Skino isn't the greatest, but you get the job done. Sometimes I've been wanting to skip this. I don't know why they don't put the skip button function here, because I've been itching to just skip it. But there he is. He's doing what he can with what he got. Interested to see him at Awaken 7 though. I am. I'll go that far and I'll make a video about it. Just cause, why not, right? Because I feel like the new hero may bring something to the table to make him better, but I've said that before and then that's not really what happens. And then it's like, did I really just waste resources investing into Luke? But I like him. I like him now. I like using him, especially in PvP. We're gonna go to that in a second once this thing's done here. But again, as you can see, Ravenna's gonna do most of the damage, as she always does. And plus she has res attached to her too. So you know how that goes. And I'll show you the energy team that I'm now running. I changed my energy team because again, I was like, why not, right? To get it done. And we'll actually go into Hell Arena because I need to do those fights anyways, right? So I wasn't expecting, and they even had damage amp on that. So again, that is that there. Let's actually go over to Hell Arena real quick. I need to do, how many fights do I have left? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. All right, we'll go against this guy here, the Ultra Kraken. So with him, you know how it goes, man. Let's just look at his team and then we'll see. So we got 25 million, 33 million, 34 million, 34 million, 25 million. Is it even possible to get a win, right? That's always the question here. So we'll go here. And then what I generally do is, because I'm actually trying to win here. So let's actually borrow Maz. We're gonna borrow Maz from here. We need Maz on this team. We need you to come back over here. Come join the fray. And that's kind of my thought process there. When you're facing these upper echelon super Krakens, ultra Krakens, you gotta switch up your team. So for this one, I'm actually gonna try Luke. I wanna see if it works. Let's see here. We'll go here, and this is the energy team that I'm running, right? Primarily, I'm definitely not going against those summoners there. I'll try to put my tank team here. Doubt it. I doubt it. Yeah, no Becky though, interestingly enough. No Becky. Interesting. I'll put them against the energy team, right? Nope. Let's switch sides here. We're probably gonna get destroyed there. They'll lose that, so you're gonna get washed there. We'll try to beat that. Trying to see if I can at least get one. We know we're gonna end up losing a couple of these, but let's see if we can at least get one. We're gonna lose here. Dead. My goodness. Instantly. Didn't even get a chance. Wow. Can we at least cast the ultimate? No. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one too. I could just tell. I could feel it. It's in the air. Let's see the toss. Ooh, that was a good toss, Wamigan. Come on now. Come on now. Get Leo out of there. Get him out of there. Nope, he's cooking. And I think that's it. Wamigan was the key, though. Yeah, Wamigan definitely helped. But we lost. If we would have killed Leo there, we would have been good. He can't cast his ultimate. He swoops them. Yeah, we lost. It's over. It's pretty much over there because he can't get his ultimate off. He just won't. Yeah, Wamigan. But that hit by Wamigan was pretty good. It wasn't bad. But I just knew it was over because Panda's just not doing enough damage. And every time he breaks the shield, he gets stunned. So not much you can do about that. Right? And the constant stun. But he's standing strong, surprisingly, right? If Wamigan was still alive, maybe it would have a chance. He casts his ultimate here. And they constantly keep healing and shielding. And just, I wish they would do extra damage to shield units. The tanks. Alright, Wamigan. Wamigan. Panda's tanky. There you go. It's going to take a lot for them to kill him, which is awesome, right? I think he's dead here. One more. He doesn't have lifesteal, so he's going to end up dying, but put up a better fight than I thought, right? This goes to show you that Awakened 7 Panda, very tanky, and he survived the whole fight. That's awesome, right? All right, so here we go. We lost Rez, which is unfortunate there. It's gonna happen. They have a whole bunch of shields. They're in her face for some reason. For some reason, we're not knocking them back. It's very annoying, and I don't think we can do anything to them. So we're gonna end up losing this one. I just can see it because we're just not doing nothing to them. And Ravenna's dead, and yeah, we're gonna end up losing this one too. Yep, you can see it. But you know, it is what it is. You gotta try at least. And we lost that one, so that's that. Oh, and I don't even have to look at it. I already know who won, right? Summoners, of course. Summoners are gonna be that assassin team by putting Maz over there. I thought the energy team would have had a little bit of a better chance, but again, putting Rez up front, he's at danger to die. At risk, I said at danger. He's at risk to dying anyways, but at least we got one, so I'm happy. You know, I was hoping for two. Last time I got two, but this time I only got one. But I'm okay there. I'm happy with that. I'm content with getting one, right? I know my summoners would have gotten it done. So let's actually go over to the energy team that I'm running going forward, right? All the prototypes are there, whatever the case may be. I need to work on this one. I need to get some gems for it, definitely. But right now, this is the energy team I'm running. Luke up front with Rez. Somebody on Facebook mentioned that I should replace Take with Rez or Nord with Rez or take out Purin, but I was like, I'm not taking out Purin. I'm gonna keep Purin in there because again, I like having Purin. That additional damage increase and damage reduction is great. Now you see there, if it would have removed shields, that would be incredible. And look at that. That was Luke that was doing that damage there, by the way. Took out Skino. Beautiful. Love that. What else can you do, Luke? He taking out the whole team. That was his doing there. I think the Skino passed by. But the only problem with Luke is that when they have on invincibility, we can't do much to them. Right? So that's where the problem comes in. Yeah, just wipe them out easily, right? And I can't see. Actually, I'm gonna run that back real quick so I can see his damage. 1 second there. Let's see. I like him. I know people are saying he's this, he's that, but I like him. See, in this situation, you did as much damage as Ravenna. But again, that's with Rez. Of course, that's with Rez. So don't think that Luke is doing that on his own. Rez is amplifying his damage, which also helps out. So let's actually see if we can find a summoner team we can go against. This team here, it's optimal because I'm gonna run Miranda on my energy team, and I'll also run Purin, right? I run the Phantom Cloak here in the middle because I don't have energy middle prototype, which I think they have one. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I definitely need that, right? So I can give the assassin back their prototype. But this is the energy team that I would run. I'm also now working on their guild technology too while I'm at it. Attack this one here. They got res 2, and let's see how we do. Again, that initial knock up there is so annoying, but I'm telling you, I think one thing they need to do is add something to that ultimate. It doesn't do anything. Like, how do you get a new ultimate? It's basically doing the same thing as the other one. Give me some shield removal. That's what I would love. I think that now, look at that. We just erase the shields there. But again, when they go against energy, they're pretty good, especially with him, because he melts through that. And change that defense removal with damage reduction, and then we'll be closer. But seem a little bit better with res. But overall, to go back to the summonings here, if I was going to do this, obviously the priority here would be Dilemma for me personally, right? Because, you know, you're not going to see her for a long time. And of course, you know, you want to get the awakenable hero, which is Luke. But at the same time, Luke right now, he's lukewarm, right? But again, I feel like once the new hero comes out, then you'll be able to full on determine if you need to even invest in him. So again, I like that energy team there. We just need to work on the 3rd slot prototype to get some additional protection for the energy team. But again, if you made it this far, the word of the day is Luke, because again, I like him. I personally like him. You know, I know y'all don't care for him, but I do. You know, he's better than he was before. If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It'll help out with growing out the channel. It'll also help us to hit our goal of getting 1,000 subscribers. You get updates, guides, tier lists, walkthroughs, and of course, the Fun to Play series. I need to do a video over there. Again, I've been asking for ideas. No one has said anything. But if you're rocking with me, you already know what to do. Comment down below how you're feeling about Luke, or if you're just gonna pass, right? Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.